Hello, and I'm welcome back to the channel. So last video what I made about the importance of wood selection, especially if you're making a vertical grain target. Now when I was uploading that video, I realized I should have probably made a comparison section of the video where the vertical grain is compared to the end grain target. Now yes, I know that this is a bit of a mystery wood, okay? But my assumption is that there can be a really high grade wood, because at the end of the day these come from single use dispatch pellets. Okay, so they can't be, it's not going to be the really good quality. Yes, they are dressed, so they smooth. I don't know if that changes the surface or not, but whatever. So, and as I said before, as I said in the last video, I have used these as making end grain targets out of them, just the bottom few row and the top few row, which doesn't get much use or not used to, and they were holding up okay. They got stick rate, reasonable stick rate. But when I made a vertical grain out of them, it's really shocking, or I find it difficult. So I'm going to do comparison, 3 implements, arrows, just basic Phillips screwdrivers, and heavy bow shurikens, 240 grams. So I'm not sure if they classed as bow shurikens anymore. Now it will be a longer video because I have to do individually, because I'm in the pre-run, the screwdriver stuck, try to stick something else in it, and then the shake from the knocking actually worked it loose. That's how little they were holding on by. So 3 sets, and bear with me because I have plenty of hits that just bounces off. Okay, so let's start with the most difficult one, with the screwdrivers. About just under 3 meter, and try to do overhand, try to do the same power, or I am trying my best to do the same power delivery. That was rollable. That's a good one. Perfect. Right, now get the third one and my trusty ruler. So first the vertical grain. Actually, probably I'll grab the phone and have a quick look. That will make it easier probably. Now you can see the black tip. This is how far this is in. So if I put my finger here, that's the depth it went into the vertical grain, and the end grain, where you can see the black tip is almost disappeared. So again, finger here, so almost the whole tip disappeared. So at least twice as much, right? So right, let's have a look at the arrows. Now on the bottom, as you will see, I think the easiest is actually to have a close-up. as you will see, it is actually got in between two. So slide this beside it, take it out. That's the to a board. It's almost, hold on, sorry, it's almost the depth of a board, but it went in between two, so it's probably not the truest. On the other hand, this one is actually split the block, the corner of the block. Again, put this beside it and take it out. Now this is deeper. If I put that onto the block, sorry, on the wood. So the previous one was one depth. Hold on, that's wrong here. That's almost twice as deep. Both of them questionable because, as I said, this is a split here, and this one, I remember, is not this one or this one, but again split in between two. So may not be the perfect example, but still both of them were equally questionable. So I should go with the both are good. Right, now let's go with the heavy bows. Right, heavy bow, top, bottom. Again, in between. It's right on the edge, so I don't think that's a fair placement. Should have kept that one in. That's better. Perfect. Right in the middle of the board. Right. Glasses. Let's have a quick look. Now, again, start at the bottom. If I put that on top of it, you can see that's it's a little bit wider, a little bit more depth than on my finger. Now, I have to brace the phone because I can't pull it out otherwise. Here we go. So this is the difference. Now remind you that this went in the middle of the board. The arrow went in between, so this is actually a good penetration in the middle of the board. One blank depth. Now this one this is 2 finger and maybe a bit. Now I will be, hold on, I have to brace the phone so I don't drop you as I pull this out. So this is the depth. If I put it on the board, that's 2. So easily twice as much into the end grain. So that would conclude the video, or this video, in the comparison. Now, I'm not saying don't make vertical grain targets. I'm just saying that if you do, make sure that you use the softest possible wood that you can get. Because even with, I assume this has to be pine, maybe, hopefully. It is hard, and I've been soaking that almost daily. Before I started making the first video, I was soaking that like for 3 days. Just spray it, go away, spray it again, making sure it's as wet as possible, so soft as possible. But yeah, so there, get twice as much into the into the end grain target and the vertical grain. I mean, hope you got somebody got some ideas out of this video. If not, maybe a good laugh. But in either way, thanks for watching. Bye.